What are you doing?
What the shit?
Stop.
What the shit was that?
Stop. Stop.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, now I'm gonna call police.
Call the police.
Call the police.
Stop.
We'll allow you to talk to your daughter as soon as you get to the police department, okay?
This is so unjust.
And just so you know, ma'am, there's a camera on in
That's
there.
good.
And it's
That's
recording.
good. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not a...
12 October 2025 in Aurora, Illinois, USA. A minor run-in at a Panera spirals into an argument, then an at-home arrest, all triggered by a phone and one provocative remark.
What are you doing?
What the shit? What the shit was that?
Stop. Stop.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, now I'm gonna call police.
Call the police.
Call the police.
Stop. You're gonna hit that pregnant woman?
No.
Get away from my wife. The hell is your problem?
Can you call the police?
Get away from me. Get away from me. Go. What's your problem?
What's your problem? What's your problem?
Can you get away from my wife?
Stop.
I'll punch you. Get away from me.
I'm gonna punch you too.
Punch me.
Okay.
What the hell?
From stop to call the police. From get away from my wife to punch me in seconds, conflict at a boil. But who actually lit the fuse?
Her wife was recording
Recording
me.
you, yes,
So,
correct.
so I said stop recording
Right.
because I'm talking to him. I didn't attack her. I didn't have any. I didn't
Did you
see her.
Did you attempt to grab the phone?
Yes.
Okay. So she's allowed to record you. It's a public area. So it's as unfortunate as it is. You're allowed to record people at a public area. Okay. So you can't be grabbing people's phones. Okay.
I didn't.
I understand. Okay. So again, just for the sake of everything right now, I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights.
Okay.
After that, we are gonna be placing you under arrest for battery. Okay.
What do you mean?
We're gonna be placing you under arrest for battery.
But what does this mean?
Okay, so in the
That
state of
means that-
Illinois, a battery is anything.
No. What means to arrest? I'm gonna go to.
You-
We'll
okay,
be
so
transporting
jail?
you we'll be transporting you to the Jonesboro Police Department, and you will be booked and processed. Okay? That doesn't mean that you're going to jail. Okay? But it does mean that we do have to take you back to the police department. We have to go through the procedures that we have. Okay? And then a state's attorney will decide what happens next. Okay? So
my
just
daughter is so
just right off the
sick.
bat, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to raise any questions. You have the right to raise any time. Okay? Do you understand the rights that I've read to you?
Yes.
Okay. So I just need an acknowledgement on it. I understand that you're saying it, but do you understand the rights?
No, I really, I will.
Okay, so
it's
in
not,
layman's
you know,
terms,
it's not
in
my
layman's terms,
native language.
just in regards to this, in layman's terms, okay, you have the right to an attorney, okay? You do not have to give a statement, okay? And you have a right to an attorney, and that attorney can be present with you when we go back to the police
How
department.
do I get attorney? I never was in the problem with the law.
So, if you do not have an attorney,
This guy attacked me, and
if you do not have an attorney, we can find an attorney for you.
right now.
If you know of an attorney, if you would like,
Well, does she need one?
that is up to
That's
her.
up to
Because
her.
because you started talking and you still didn't tell me what exactly happened. What does the video show?
The video shows that your wife attempts to take a phone from a female. The husband of that female gets in between them because he does not want her to be taking the phone. At that point,
He was between us. He was all the time.
and I understand that because he did not want you taking his wife's phone. Okay.
No,
There was
no, not
There
that.
was a small tussle because in the video it shows you looking like you're about to throw coffee.
But I didn't.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. The coffee was not spilled on that person.
Right.
However,
but coffee was spilled on me.
However, after you had the tussle with the coffee, you made contact with the left side of his face. You swung at his face.
He did.
She admits reaching for the phone. Footage shows a swing to the face and coffee flying threat or justification. The line's thinner than a single frame.
This whole incident was provocated by them alleging that you, and pardon my language, but this is what they claim you said, that you walked up to them and said Palestine because they had the word Palestine on the back of their their shirt. That is what provocated this. That's what would make you the primary aggressor on this.
Then I say, well, why are you making this political statement?
I know,
You're killing the
but
Jews
the
because
point being is that's what
So
started all this.
they
Okay?
can say kill the Jews, and we cannot say
I'm not
so.
agreeing or disagreeing with that.
We are not taking any political stance on anything that's happening right now. The only thing that we are here to discuss is the battery that occurred at Panera.
So you see that he was pushing me all the time. If he would just let me go, it would just be over.
So again, I
Freedom of speech, right? There is freedom of speech in this country. So they can say, I can say.
And again, I'm not taking anything away from your civil rights. I'm not saying anything against.
One word on a hoodie, Palestine, a political remark, and the fuse catches in a crowded cafe.
So again, I just want to clarify because I want to make sure that it's for our purposes and for the purposes further. Did you understand what I explained? Okay, can you explain it to her so that way she would understand it?
Well, don't say anything anymore. He read you the rights, that you have the right to the attorney, and you don't have to say anything, whether you're guilty or not guilty, or you don't have to say anything, okay? Because they're gonna use everything against you.
Injustice.
Well, it is injustice, obviously, but that's how they do stuff. So, you know.
Again, I've read you your Miranda rights. I will do so again once we get back to the police department, okay? At this time, though, okay, whatever belongings that you do not want coming with you, I suggest you leave with your husband. We will then have to place you under arrest, and we will be taking you back to the police department.
Can I go with her, or
You can go to the PD. You can't go with her in one of our squad
But you
cars,
can
but
come
you're
to the
more than
station.
welcome to go to the station. You would just have to drive there yourself. We can't take you in the squad car.
Oh, I always wanted to. Where is the police
So
station?
it's at 850 Curtis in Downers Grove. If there's anything that she doesn't want brought there, she can leave it with you, and then we will place her under arrest. We'll take her back to the police department, and then you can follow us to the police department, or you can meet us there.
This is so.
Miranda read, process laid out. Booked doesn't mean jailed, and an attorney can step in now.
I will follow since I can go with you guys. Can I get dressed up?
Yes, you can.
You can get dressed. Unfortunately, your wife has to sit here. We will wait until you get back.
Man, why don't you give your husband your purse? I mean, you don't need it.
I do need it.
Okay, that's fine if you want to bring it.
If you want to bring it, it's just like I said. It's just if it's extra stuff. If you don't want to bring
Well,
it.
then doesn't she need like ID
daughter
and
is
stuff?
this-
Because then you're gonna ask for ID, and she won't have ID. So then you're gonna say like, oh, you have
We
no
already
ID.
have
We
that.
already have her identification.
But
information.
if you bring your purse with you, we have to search that entire purse and all its contents. So I'm
that's
just
why
trying to
we-
help with your privacy.
So if you don't want us to go inside your purse,
You can bring your wallet and your
Yes.
phone if you want. That's fine.
it's just
and then leave the rest
it's
of the
per our
purse.
policy at the department. If she brings a bag, we
So,
have to search that.
so the people basically copied the license plate. That's how this thing started. I mean, how did they know her name and address and everything? And suddenly 4 cops show up here.
So we were able to get her information via our computer.
Okay, but computer is not so smart. Somebody had to input the information in the computer. So I'm asking,
So a
how
third
did
party
it go?
person informed us of her information.
Of course.
Okay, let me.
Yes, go ahead and get changed.
Alright, so ma'am, we do have to put you in handcuffs, okay? That is
my
part of our
God.
policy.
We will not put you in the squad car until your husband returns. If that'll make you feel more comfortable, okay? But for the purposes
You know
of
what,
this incident,
did you arrest him? I want to see him arrested for what he did. I still have
Okay,
coffee on
okay,
my.
but
On
ma'am,
my I was looking at this. My hair was wet, but everything
ma'am,
was wet. My face
I know,
was
but
wet.
had you not made the comment that you made and kept on going on with it,
Because he if he wouldn't react, you know, how many people attack me? Okay, because you have a silly accent or something. So I'm gonna go after them.
I can't make any comment on that, man, because I'm not in your shoes. The only thing that we can make comments on are what we know.
and if what you're telling me is the truth, that if someone makes fun of your comment or your accent and you don't do anything about it, I applaud you for your restraint. The problem is in this situation, you were the one who made the initial contact between that couple and yourself by the comment that you made, and that devolved the situation into where we're at now.
Okay.
No, it's not. I know that you're doing your job, but this is crazy.
So what we're going to do is, to make it more comfortable for you, I will cuff you in front. So it will not be behind your back, it will be in front, okay? So the other officer here will hold on to your property. Okay.
And just put your hands kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Put the stuff in your pocket.
We have to hold on to it because we've had people call and record with phones in the past, so we have to put the stuff in the front of the car.
Well, so what's wrong if she's recording? If she got recorded at Panera and you're saying it's perfectly legal, so it's like double standard now.
Well, we're actually recording in the car itself, but again, it's just our policy that the stuff
I know,
goes
I'm making
personal
sure
property
that's...
goes into the front of the vehicle or the rear of the vehicle, not with the person that's in the vehicle. So, I'm not going to go looking through any of this. I'm not going to try to unlock your phone, nothing like that. It's just going to go right into the front seat of my partner's
So
car.
sit tight real quick, because I'm going to double lock this so they don't tighten on you when you're sitting inside the vehicle, okay?
Wow. Oh my God.
Let me go ahead and move it for you.
It's horrible. So where's my phone?
I have it right here, right here. Go in the car.
My daughter.
We will allow you to talk to your daughter as soon as you get to the police department, okay?
This is so unjust.
And just so you know, ma'am, there's a camera on in
That's
there. And
good.
it's
That's
recording.
good. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not a...
Based on statements and footage, officers find probable cause for battery and disorderly conduct. Miranda rights are read before transport for booking. Lesson: in public spaces, recording is often lawful. Grabbing or blocking someone's phone can cross legal lines. Words may spark conflict, but even brief physical contact can tip you into battery territory. Sure, here is the conclusion section in English, rewritten from your document in a stronger, smoother style for narration. Based on the statements and video, officers found probable cause for battery and disorderly conduct, and Miranda rights were read before transport for booking. The legal focus here is no longer who was more offended, who spoke first, or whose words were more provocative. It turns on the moment the confrontation crossed from argument into physical contact. The document specifically frames the case around her reaching for the phone, the footage showing a swing to the man's face, and the public disturbance that followed. In a crowded cafe, that shift matters. Once someone puts hands on another person or interferes with their phone during a heated confrontation, the situation can move from a verbal dispute to criminal exposure in seconds. That is why the officers concluded there was enough to arrest, process, and formally move the case forward. The lesson is just as clear. In public spaces, recording is often lawful, but grabbing, blocking, or striking can cross a legal line very quickly. Words may ignite the conflict, but even brief physical contact can push a person into battery territory and turn a moment of anger into a criminal case.